Hi guys, July 2, 2020. This is Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, and stocks abroad, worldwide, rising on vaccine hopes. And definitely, for those who aren't aware, this is of course the biggest news. Coronavirus vaccine candidate from Pfizer BioNTech produces positive results, and everyone rejoices in this news. If you can't remember, we had a Moderna vaccine. Now there's this Pfizer vaccine. This is just another step for us to see that it's going to be clearer for the reopening of the economy. If you get sick, there is a vaccine for you. And definitely, it was no surprise that all of your airlines were rising yesterday, or at least bottomed out. You could see that Delta Airlines rose. Even if it fell, it's still on the way up. You've got a lot of all-time highs last night. Let's talk about your all-time highs. You've got KC going all-time highs, kaboom, 32. It wasn't sustained at 34, but still it's very strong. You could see that from about 28 to 34. You've got, of course, your Tesla still rising strong. We see this hitting at about 1.4. Yesterday was so strong. All of your winners continue to be winners. What happened to Shopify broke to $1,000. Those who sold early here at about 950, now they are saying, "Oh my God, what's exactly happening in your Nasdaq?" Steamrolled every seller. This choppiness actually went to a breakout. You could see that your index now is trading at about, your Nasdaq is trading at 10.3. All the bearishness on Facebook has effectively disappeared, although we have 240 and 244. Those who got in at about 209 or 218, if they deflected this selling pressure and they just simply bought again, then they're correct. So the bears were really killed these past few days. What companies am I looking at, or what companies am I holding? So, of course, really, we're still just holding our Spotifys. We're just holding on to this. We think that it can go about 280 to higher levels, so it's just a hold for us. IGT, we had bought this at about 850, 870 here at the first Monday level. Now it's at about 958. We're going to hit about 12. We're going to hold on to that. Yesterday, of course, your Macy's reported a loss, but I think that this is a tradable range. So I think it was very wild. You could see that it hit 720, fell down to about 640. It's still very choppy, but I think that people buying at about 7 to 6 have a risk reward. You buy low and then you sell somewhere at about 850 to 10. There's a lot of attractive breakouts. Some of the breakouts were just all-time high picks. So we're just holding on to Ballard. So Ballard is still going all-time highs. Beyond Meat actually got a news yesterday. I'll tell you what, I thought that this was a bearish move at 135, but yesterday it hit as high as 151, but it was broken and sold down too, because I think in general, Beyond Meat is already expensive at 165. But what Beyond Meat did yesterday that made it go higher was there was news that Beyond Meat was gonna be sold in groceries. Alibaba's their partner. So meatless meat goes to China. Of course, you know that Beyond Meat has already partnered with Yum China, the KFC of China. It's already there. So Yumc in general has been doing well. You could see that it even rallied to 52 from about 39 in the past few months. But then again, there's not a lot of money to be made on these fast food names. The biggest moves, in my view, that I'm trying to get in recently are wearable trends. So I'm looking at this HIMX. HIMX gave an entry somewhere at 380. Any dips at 380 to 350, I'll be buying. Definitely, HIMX is a play on your wearable devices. So VR glasses, AR glasses. In that AR VR space, I'm also looking at KOPN, that's KOPN Corp. So KOPN Corp is they have customers like Google. So instead of buying Google, I just buy the makers or the ones that have patent for a Google Glass or for an Apple Glass. And it's coming in the next 2022 to 2023. You could see this wild move from about 30 cents to about 160. Once when KOPN actually announced there was a lot of news in KOPN. Let me see if I could share it to you. Okay, let me see. I have it in my wearables trend. Okay, so you're aware of the KOPN Golden Eye Smart Glass. This one, let me read it to you. So this was released June 30, 2020. KOPN announced a breakthrough in Color Max technology for unparalleled color performance in duo-stack OLED micro displays. KOPN Corporation announced its latest lightning. So of course, you can read all throughout, study it for yourself, study it if you want. KOPN, I think, is a potential big move, study that. So I think that drops from about 134 to 112 is a good entry point, even if it falls at 96 cents. So I'm looking for an entry point into KOPN Corp. What happened to your workhorse? Actually, workhorse dropped to about 14, but closed at 20. I couldn't enter at this extension. So let me just say that I'm a chicken when it comes to this. I would rather wait at about 12 below or even at 10. If it doesn't give me that entry, then so be it. So I don't have a workhorse. I do have my electric plays are these names. So of course, Tesla is one. BYD company, I like BYD company. Of course, for your video games, what's been happening in Tencent, moving all-time high there. So it after that breakout all-time high at 480, now it's 510. Same with Tesla. After breaking at about $1,000, 1,030, still going 1-1. So what's happening to your zooms? Your zooms are actually nearing resistance. I think that 260 in general has some selling pressure. I could be wrong. It could go higher, but I wouldn't chase that name. I would rather get a few names like Limelight Network. So this one, Limelight Network at 745, I'm okay with this. Even if it fell to 673, I would have no problem. So of course, online casinos is a trend that I like. But at about 25, at 27, it actually moved 28 back to about 20, 26. Then it rallied again yesterday. I still believe in GAN. So I think that this is a long-term move. So online sports trend, sports bets. So I think at 33 is possible. Any drops near 25, even if it goes to 21, I would be bullish here. So I already have it. So I'm just talking my books. GAN, IGT, SGMS, yeah, I like this too. So we already have been buying at about 14, 15. We think that we'll sell here at about 19 to 21. So it's really just a hold for us. Of course, Roku, we are a believer here in the streaming world. When it dropped at about 113, 114, we weren't really scared. Even if it fell to 100, we would have been buying. I still think that Roku would still go to about 160, 170. So this is just a hold for us. We just wait and wait. Now, PagerDuty, we have been buying, as you could see in these arrows. Those who don't have PagerDuty can continue to buy. I still think PagerDuty should go to about 39. We've got your work, Slack. We like Slack. Slack here at about 31 all the way to 28. We'll buy there. We want to sell at about 35 to 40. So, yeah. So there's a lot of names that I like. I'd like to invite you, if you understand, if you want to know more, why do I like, say, Spotify? We had it like in our classes here. I'll show you even just a 2-minute or just 2 minutes. Like, try to listen what I've been saying. Can you hear? Okay, so maybe it's not audible. Wait, I'm not so sure if you could hear it. But anyway, like what I'm saying is that we have so many classes inside our course. You could see that we have a lot. So from May to June to July, of course, I don't want to share everything to you because who's gonna go to the courses? In any case, even in our, if you don't want to pay, it's okay. There's a free Friday class. So you could see that our free Friday class, we discussed Razor, boom, it gave a buy entry at 146, 149. We still think that's going to go to $2. How about Turtle Beach? We like this. We discussed this in our inner circle, in our classes, in our Awesome 10X classes. So yeah, I think it's going to go 18. So we hold on to this name. You guys are madaya. I'm giving you guys our picks. Plural site, yes, we bought this at 17. Now it's 19. We're gonna hold on to this. Yotao, online education picks. Yotao is quite expensive in this regard. I mean, I'd only buy at about 21 and maybe at most 29. So yeah. So I mean, I told you a lot of picks already that I like. Really, right now we're just holding on to our winners. we are buying a few names, like mostly in the wearable trends. But when it comes to SaaS names, we have these, like Baozon, we bought this. If Baozon just drops at 35, we will continue to buy. Still think that it's gonna go higher. Zuo, every time it goes 12, I'm willing to buy at 12 and then sell it at 14. Pager Duty is cheap. Work is cheap in my view. There are a lot of SaaS names that I like, but I can't touch. So like Twilio above 200, even if it goes to 300, I think I can't enter anymore. So I'm sorry. If I don't like the chase, I don't like the chase. Even if Fastly goes to $100, if it wants to go there, then okay, I don't mind. But at these levels, I still find it too expensive. I like Akamai, so this one I'll hold. There are some semiconductors that I would hold forever. So Nvidia, I'd hold this. Yeah, so like there's a lot to uncover. You might want to explore other video games. What happened was the video game platforms were very strong. Douyu, Huya, you can see all those Bytex, Bioptics, Billy. So yeah, we like all those names. E-commerce are very strong. They never really pull back. So C Limited went all-time highs again. Doesn't want to give an entry. If you sold early, I pity you. Who for all the sellers. So we'll just try to get in back at about in any lower price level. But these names might just go all-time high. So we saw Netflix go all-time high. A lot of FANGs went all-time highs. I think your Apple went all-time highs, your Netflix, not yet, okay, but it's still there. So it's gonna go there eventually. So yun, I'd say that the market is very strong. It tells you that you should be still continuing to hold your names. Very strong. In fact, Pinterest was strong when Facebook stopped a certain Pinterest clone that they had. It's a lot there. Oh. You can see like Mashgroup was 14% up. Square was all-time highs. VNet, I think VNet is doing all-time highs. I like Upwork, yes, holding on to it. So there's really a lot. Very few losers, but more winners. So I hope that you learned something. See you again tomorrow. I do want you to subscribe to our Awesome 10X, whether in our free channel, YouTube, Free Friday class tomorrow. And then that's it. So see you again every single day. Bye-bye. Thank you.